Okay, so Arnie, let me ask you about the hotel company that you run now. How many total hotels does Marriott operate or own?
Well, we have about 7,500 hotels in the system around the globe, across 30 brands. And we don't need to get too terribly complicated, but we run many of them. We manage them. We don't own them. So they would be owned by a real estate investor. We would run them on their account, make the decisions on pricing and hiring and all the other things. And then in many markets, including significantly in the United States, we would franchise hotels. They would be operated by somebody else, but would be connected to our Marriott Bonvoy loyalty program, reservation system, brand standards, those sorts of things. In many respects, the guests don't know what we operate and what is franchised. That's very deliberate. We want it to be a Marriott experience no matter where they are around the world.
So of the 7,500, how many are in the United States?
About 5,000.
Now, let's talk about the 7,500. Of the total 7,500, how many are open today?
Let's see, we've got 2,000 closed, so 5,500 open roughly and 2,000 closed.
In the United States, of the 5,000, how many of those are open?
About 4,000 would be open and about 1,000 closed.
How many?
Now, just to give you a little color on that, the hotels that are most likely to be closed are going to tend to be the bigger hotels, which tend to be more the cities, where the health crisis is probably more intense. They're more dependent on long-haul travel. They're more dependent on the group business. Much more likely would be a Courtyard in a suburban market or a secondary market, where much more likely the guest drives there. They're not dependent on the same kind of meetings business, for example. And so while all of the hotels have been substantially impacted, at least there are many that can reach the conclusion that they're better off being open than closed and have to reopen again later.
Now, the Marriott hotels include Sheraton, they include Ritz-Carlton, Marriott, JW Marriott, Courtyard, Residence Inn. Those are among your major brands?
Correct, yeah. We have 30 brands total.
30 total brands. Now, the employees, how many total employees does Marriott have?
We think we have about 750,000 people that wear our name badge every day. Pre-crisis, obviously.
All right.
They're not all technically our employees, because that includes franchise employees who are definitely not folks that we instruct every day. But in terms of the folks we think of as being in our community, it'd be about 750,000.
Of the ones that you directly oversee that are directly working for you, how many employees is that?
Well, it's probably closer to 200,000, something like that. Maybe 250.
Of those 200,000, how many are now working, would you say, or how many have been furloughed?
We don't really know. Remember, that's a global figure, and there's a lot of estimating in there. And often what happens initially is there aren't hours that are available or posted for folks to work. And so there may not be a formal decision, which is a termination or a furlough even. But to put it in context, we know that our business today is running down 85 to 90% in our hotels around the world. That's a global average. And that doesn't mean we're probably down 85 to 90% headcount, but it probably means we're down well more than half.